How's everybody doing today? So we are going to go over a Unified Inspection Services inspection. If I've done an inspection for your home, what you're going to get is an email sending you to a link to review your inspection, right? You're going to click on that link and you're going to come up to a screen that looks very similar to this, but it's going to have your inspection home that's in picture here, and then kind of when the date was published and information on the order details. If for some reason this is off, please let me know right away. But everything's tied together pretty well in the system, so this shouldn't be an issue. So we're going to click on View Report. And as this is coming up, there's two really ways to think about this whole thing. There's a digital version and then there's a paper version. It all starts from the digital, but if you do want a paper version printed out, it won't be able to be done there on site. What'll have to happen is you'll have to get with me or your realtor and come down here to print a PDF, either a full report or a summary report. The button's over here located right underneath the house on the right side, and then you can click one of these. And what happens is when you click it, a PDF pops up, you can print it out, no big deal. And it'll have all that information that's on the website as well. So it's all copacetic, everything synced up together. Okay, so let's do a quick layout of how this looks. So I just showed you, this is a digital version. I showed you the paper version. We're going to work from the digital version from here on out now. Okay, so the edit report won't be on your side or it'll be ghosted out, but the inspection details and some other options will show up. So if you want to change your main layout here, you can do either the full report, which has there's a bunch of information on the front end just as far as how the inspection was done, the limitations, important information, and further items from that perspective. So with each section, you basically have three tabs at the top here. So utility shut-off information, we'll go over that one. That one looks empty, but it's not when you click on information. So one of the things that I do is I make sure that you understand where all your emergency shut-off things are in the house. So everything with gas, if there's gas, electric, and water. Because the last thing you want to figure out when you have an emergency or something's leaking is now you're trying to figure out where that stuff is. If you walk with me through the inspection, that is the first thing we walk through. I want everybody to know where this stuff is in their house. Okay, so and if you do forget, you get in your inspection report, just, remember Unified Inspection. You'll be getting emails from me about monthly or every few months. So I should, have a little bit of remembrance in your head about who we are and what we did for you. So anyways, each one of these, as you can tell, has a location and also and the details of what it is. And I did arrows here. This one here to me was pretty self-explanatory, but I should have added an arrow at the very top to shut off power to the house from the electric breaker. So then there's a standard here. So the standards is the Arkansas or Oklahoma standards of practice as far as what needs to be done for that section. Okay, so that's the general layout of the subsections here within the report. So as you look here on the left, you're going to see roofing, exteriors, structural components, and then you're going to see numbers to the right. So numbers to the right means that there was something that was found. It could be a minor, moderate, or severe issue. So if there is something like roofing, let's click on. So you can click on all these, and it'll take you directly there, right? So, but let's stay on roofing for half a second. So as you look at roofing, it tells all the systems here that were inspected within that component, within that category. So you have the overview, which that button you saw a second ago that was missing this information because the utility shut off was not an inspection. It's just an informational item. This one is actually an inspection item. So we have an overview with what was inspected. We have information here. So what I do here is I, talk about just general information about the roof, the inspection methodology, the ASHI, which is the standard that I go to, the ASHI, along with the Arkansas Standards of Practice, the information about that as well. And then we also have pictures of your home with information as far as like, attic insulation, R type, or I'm sorry, R value, even though I have NA here because I have spray foam. I don't need an R value other than what's sprayed on the top. And then, with the type of roof structure, attic, a combination of things like that is here for in case anybody has an insurance agent that wants to know this, everything should be here in the report. So as we go down, more information as far as like what is our value, what are we looking at for the shingles, how's the lifespan of the shingles depending on which one you have. So you can you get to know your home fairly well with this report. So let's drill down into something that everybody wants to see is typically the types of things we found in your inspection. So they're categorized, like I said, minor, moderate, and major. The major ones are definitely the ones I want you to focus on as far as understanding the potential safety or functional issues with that particular problem, and then having to work with your real estate agent to make sure you understand what needs to be addressed there. But this allows you to plan accordingly. So anyways, not to get too far deep here. So you can, there's pictures also the system that it belongs to, what the actual issue is, and then a really detailed explanation of what the issue is. There's also some information on some of these, like here's a helpful DIY link if you want to do it yourself, if you're a handyman yourself, just to kind of help out there. Let's find one. Okay, so as you can see here, the cracking minor stucco, right? Because the information goes below the fold here, you can click see more and it'll expand that. So each one of the sections here have these. Some, if they don't have an issue with that, you still have information as far as what was inspected and the detailed methodology. And then you'll be able to see exactly what was inspected. If there's nothing here, there was nothing found in the inspection. And typically though, we do like to add pictures of the components to make sure you also have a visual on what we saw as well. Okay. So let's take a step back for half a second and say, all right, well, I've got these issues with my home per their inspection report, and I do want to address these items with a the seller's realtor or the seller or however the situation is. You want to be able to provide that person or entity with the information of like, hey, I want these fixed by y'all. So there's an easy way to do that. So if you come to the very top right here, there's a thing called Report Tools, and there is a Repair Request Builder. All right. So I don't put numbers next to any of these because it does ask me in the system, hey, how much do you think this will cost to fix? I don't keep track of the materials. I don't keep track of the labor. I don't keep track of the insurance increases like workers' comp these guys have to pay as a subcontractor. So it's unfair to me to put people in a hole as far as, this is how much it's going to cost. So what I do recommend though is that in my report, I will recommend a particular contractor that your real estate agent should have a contact with. If they don't, I have no problem helping both of y'all out, but you and the real estate agent are going to be in control of the process of getting that remediated because I want y'all to have full control. But if you need help with that, I'm here all day long because I'm your consultant from here on out. Okay, so let's say if you want to, I want the gutter replaced. I like the stucco to be fixed. Let's see, uneven walkway. That's kind of a major one, depending if I have little kids or elderly with me. Let's see, what else could we look at here? Oh, definitely the red. So I've got these, one, two, three, four items that I want the seller to deal with. So once I collected those green check marks, I go to the top and I hit create. All right, so you have a few different options here. You can send the link to your email, you can click the text message, or you can click this guy. All right, and this is a repair request list. So what this does, these are the items that you can put into put in this the seller's inbox as far as, hey, these are the things this is what the inspector found. This is who he's recommending to get to fix it. Now, will the seller coordinate or the buyer coordinate? That's highly advise you to go to your realtor on that plan of action. But my goal is to give the information as much information as possible to be able to make a smart decision on how to approach that. So another tool in the toolbox for the realtors, specifically also the buyers, to be able to say, these are the things I want fixed. So now you know how to do that. And then if you wanted to print, you can come over here and then you can just, print and then save as a PDF. And that'll actually save this as a PDF. And now this is using Google Chrome. So I'll walk through that again real quick. So these three buttons on the top right called epsilons. Anyways, I don't remember exactly, but just go to print down here. And then there's a little function, save as PDF. And then you save it to your computer or your phone and you'll be good to go. Just email it that way. Okay. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it, guys. So if you have any questions on how this thing is set up, please feel free to contact me. Again, I'm your consultant from here on out as far as this home is concerned. If you have any questions as far as like, was this an actual issue or you're getting some conflicting information from a contractor, making it sound like it's a bigger problem than what it is, or it's a smaller problem, you're trusting your gut feeling and there's something that's there that you don't like, always, always, always call my cell or email me. I have no problem talking through the situation. So anyways, Brian from Unified Inspection Services, this is how to go through my inspection I provided for you. Have a good day.